Hey y'all, it's your girl Sheena with She Is Fab. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Sheena and she does all the things. If you're an oldie but a goodie, hey girl, hey, you know how we do. So welcome back to another vlog. In today's vlog, we're going to be talking about menopause and what I eat in a day. You guys know that I'm on Weight Watchers and I have 23 points. And I definitely try to get the most bang for my buck with those 23 points. A few weeks back, I kind of crashed out, okay, because perimenopause hit me like a ton of bricks. If you are not new here, I started my weight loss journey last year, January. And then towards the end of the year, going into 2025, I kind of took a break from the gym because life be lifing and I had some life things going on, and I kind of gained some of that weight back. I think I lost a total of about 22 pounds, gained quite a bit back, but now I recently lost 15 pounds after my menopause or perimenopause crash out and I've been maintaining. Now my body has changed so much because I'm not only losing pounds, I'm losing inches. And in my opinion, inches is where it's at, okay? I eat very high protein and I work out quite a bit, okay? Menopause, perimenopause is one of those things that we really have to start taking very seriously, our health and our wellness journey, because most of us here are a woman of a mature age. So it's one of those things that we just cannot escape. Okay, it's coming, girl. It's coming. And the crash out hit me pretty hard. It was the weight gain, the hormonal changes, which had my moods up and down and all around. Okay, I stayed crying for no reason. Excuse my phone, guys. Let me cut this down, child, because it only seems like people start texting and calling when I get on the phone. But I had a lot of brain fog, no energy, and I felt like I needed to, take charge, take control before it just totally consumed me. I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling. Like I was on the struggle bus, okay? So I rejoined Weight Watchers at the beginning of the year and really took things seriously and started to lose the weight. And just, take this whole midlife journey, I started taking it more seriously, but at the same time doing things that I knew that would improve my life for the long run, because we're playing the longevity game here. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you guys breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I've also added a few new supplements, so we'll talk about those as well. But before we go ahead and jump into the vlog, I want to go ahead and give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, which is Midi Health. I appreciate Midi for partnering with me and supporting my community of women just like me, women who have struggled who are struggling with perimenopause, menopause, and weight loss and weight management, okay? Midi Health is a virtual clinic that specializes in quality care for us mature women, okay? Because we deserve quality care when it comes to menopause, perimenopause, and weight loss management. As I talked about in the beginning of the vlog, I too struggled with perimenopause. I struggled real bad, y'all, okay? That is why I stand behind clinics like Midi Health, because of how they support us. They understand that these are some of the most challenging times in our life, and they have clinicians who specialize in perimenopause, menopause, and weight loss management. This company is made for us, okay? It is designed for us. I truly appreciate that Midi advocates for women of a mature age when it comes to all things menopause, and they truly understand how, this time in our life, we need all of the support that we can get. So you can book a virtual visit with one of Midi Health's trained clinicians, okay? Everything is virtual, it's through the internet. You will go on the internet, you will fill out a questionnaire or a health history, as well as all of your symptoms. And then one of their trained clinicians will get in touch with you for the virtual visit. There is no membership or hidden fees. Everything is billed through your insurance. It's just like if you would go to see a family practitioner, maybe if you had like a common cold, it's the exact same thing. You would go see a clinician and they would bill your insurance. That's how you pay for it. And one of the great things about Midi is that they also specialize in semaglutide. We all know what semaglutide is for. So if you think that you are a candidate for semaglutide to get that the unwanted weight off, definitely go ahead and book a virtual visit with Midi Health. So just go ahead and click the link in my bio, okay, and join 200,000 other women who love and trust Midi Health, okay? If you use my link, you will get $15 off your first prescription with a booked appointment. How many times have you been to the doctor and they just brush off your symptoms, and just chop it up to, a midlife crisis? But, Midi Health is one of those companies that is woman focused. It is woman centered. And they really, really understand what it is to be going through these midlife changes and, want to address our health concerns with integrity, okay, and with dignity, and tell us that we're not crazy. So go ahead and book your virtual visit today. All of the information as well as my link will be in the bio. And yeah, thanks again to Midi Health for sponsoring and partnering with me and bringing such vital and important information to my community. All right, let's go ahead and get into the vlog. All right, let's go ahead and make breakfast. So we are gonna have some protein pancakes. So we're gonna have some Kodiak protein pancakes. I made these in a different vlog, but I'm gonna try something a little different today. I'm gonna add my what do you call it? My Greek yogurt, an egg, and I'm also gonna add a little bit of cinnamon and some blueberries. So, and then I'm gonna have some scrambled eggs, and I'm gonna cook 2 slices of bacon in the air fryer. I do like to front load my protein first thing in the morning. I like to get a lot of protein in because I think that's well, I know it keeps me full. It keeps me from snacking, especially blueberries. Blueberries is one of my favorite fruits. I love to snack on blueberries. It keeps me from putting too many sweets in my mouth, the wrong things. Whenever I get a really, really sweet craving, I grab a few blueberries. So I think those are one of the best fruits that you can eat. But yeah, let's go ahead and make our pancakes.
Girl, I see your face everywhere. When I'm going out, you'll be there. 'Cause everything reminds me of you. I can't take no more. Girl, I think I'm losing my mind. Try to go to work, but I lost track of time. 'Cause everyone keep looking like you. I can't take no more. I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you with someone else. Can't get enough when you're sweet talking to me. Now I'm talking sweet all by myself. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. What you need from me, need your love on me, put your love on me. I'ma do everything for you. I don't want anyone but you. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. Can we stop the clock and rewind? Go back to that moment in time when you say you want me for life. Was it all a lie? I gave my all to deserve ya, begging on my knees just to show ya you're the one I want and I love ya. No, 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 no lie. I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you with someone else. Can't get enough when you're sweet talking to me. Now I'm talking sweet all by myself. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me.
All right, guys, so it is 12:50, is that right? Yeah. And I'm hungry. I'm about to make some lunch. So I have been meal prepping some ground beef, 93% lean. So this is the ground meat. I season it with taco seasoning as well as a little bit of ranch. So we're gonna make some tacos. I don't have a vegetable prepared, but I am gonna have some avocado. I'm gonna make a Greek yogurt, kind of like spread. I'm gonna use this in place instead of sour cream, and I'm gonna add just a tad bit of the ranch seasoning in it just to give it a little bit more flavor. And yeah, I'm gonna cook. I need to roast some veggies. You know, I try to have my meals very balanced, but I'm hungry and I really need to eat. So I'm gonna have 6 ounces of my ground beef, which I have these very small tortillas. So I end up having, you know, meat spill over all the tacos, and I just, you know, I just eat that, child. It's no big deal. Make sure, or I suggest that you invest in a good scale, because I weigh at least 95% of the time. Sometimes I eyeball it because I'm being lazy, but best practice is to weigh your food. So I'm gonna weigh out 6 ounces of ground beef. Turn on my little scale here and change it to ounces. Make sure you're changing it to grams, because earlier when I did the protein pancakes, I had to make sure that it was on grams because I weighed it in grams. So let's do 6 ounces of ground beef. I probably could just do 4. Let's see what 4 looks like, because I'm hungry, y'all. And again, I try to get in about 130 to 150 grams of protein. My first meal was at 50 grams. Yeah, we're just gonna do, now I'm gonna do 6 because I'm hungry. And I'll just eat the rest on the side. 6 ounces is actually a lot of ground beef. But this is my lunch. And I'll probably have a snack. I need to go run a few errands. And I'll probably have a snack while I'm out. All right. So this is 6 ounces of ground beef. I'll probably make 3 tacos. So again, this is the 93% lean, so this is 0 calories. And then I also like to toast on the stove my tortillas. So we're gonna I'm gonna make 3 tacos, and then I'm going to do a little bit of this Greek yogurt. This is the ranch. I'm just gonna do a tiny bit. Matter of fact, let me show you guys what I'm doing. So I got this out, so don't need our scale. Get the pan out. So I'm just gonna take, I don't need that much, because I'm actually gonna spread it on, can y'all see that? I'm actually gonna spread it on the tortilla, and that's probably too much. I'm making like a spread, not, you guys will see what I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna add tiny bit. I want to mix that up. And again, I'm just going to spread this on my tortillas. All right. So our ground beef is hot. So let's make our tortillas. So I'm getting ready to make dinner. So I'm gonna make some broccoli and cauliflower. I'm going to also put a sweet potato in the oven. And then I'm going to have a piece of salmon. So my dinner is going to be 0 points. When I was in HEB, I did stop and get a protein bar, and it was so good, guys. Let me show you what I got. So I picked up this white chocolate almond protein bar, 20 grams of protein by Bear Bells. And when I tell y'all, this was so good. I don't know why that looks like that. But this was so good, guys. It is a little bit high in points if you're on Weight Watchers. It is 5 points, but I had 7 points left for the day. I had to go back and do I had to go back and recalculate some of my points because I was only using 1 tablespoon of the Greek yogurt, but I was actually putting in the serving size that's on the back of the container. So once I adjusted those points, I had 7 points left because when the calculations were not correct, I only had 3 left. So I was like, this doesn't sound right. But anyway, this is what I had as a snack. I did also stop at Aldi and I had a few blackberries because I left and got my nails done and I was hungry, okay? Angry. So let me tell you girls where we are for points. So we got 2 points left, but we had 12 points for breakfast. And then I'll make sure that I put how many grams of protein I got in with each meal. So 12 points for breakfast, and that was high because I had bacon and I had pancakes. And then also for lunch I had 4 points. And then dinner is going to be 0 because the salmon, I'm going to have 5 ounces of salmon, some veggies, and a sweet potato, and they're all 0. So I still technically have 2 points left. I don't know if I'll use those. But right now I am at 144 grams of protein, and I've already put in my salmon. Let me put in my sweet potato so I can give you guys the correct stats on everything. What? That is wrong. Y'all make sure y'all pay attention to these scanners. Now, I scanned these. This is broccoli and cauliflower. It says natural Angus beef or something. It says 8 points. Child. So y'all be careful when y'all are scanning. I'm just gonna put half a cup of broccoli and half a cup of cauliflower. And I'll tell you guys. And then also, guys, I know a lot of you told me to try like a teriyaki salmon, but if I'm being honest, I just like to have my salmon cooked. I like to cook my salmon in the air fryer, and I just like to use this. So this is 1 point. So we're actually going to end up with 1 point for dinner. Let me add this in. So that's 1 point. I'm not opposed to a teriyaki salmon. It sounds delicious. However, I'm just real basic. Throw it in the air fryer, season it up real good, and put the spicy mayo on there. So my totals for today, I got 148 grams of protein. So I hit that goal. 102 carbs, 73 grams of fats, 35 grams of fiber, and my calories are at 1588, so about 1600 calories. So that was a perfect day in my opinion. I hit all of my goals. I think for the month of May, I'm gonna and I think I talked about this, or I may have talked about it in another vlog, but I'm definitely going to do a more extreme cut because I want to lean out. That's why I'm actually doing more cardio. I see the physique, okay? I see the gains coming, but guys, I want to lean out a little bit more. So gotta cut back. So, but let's go ahead and get this dinner going. I want to show you guys my tulips. I picked these up from HEB. They are so pretty. I never get tulips, but I was drawn to these today, so I'm gonna put those together. And yeah, guys, go ahead and make dinner. Hey y'all, so I was editing. I was putting the video together, okay? And I realized I did not do an outro. So some of the content in this video, the food portions mainly, I recorded a couple of weeks ago to put together the What I Eat in a Day. And I realized that it's been a couple of weeks and I actually have a few updates to give you guys as far as my weight loss journey. So when I recorded that video, as you can see, I have leaned out so much more. I've lost a total of about 19 pounds. So I've lost probably about 3.5 pounds since I recorded that video. And I have leaned out a lot because I started adding a lot of cardio, and I also started adding a lot of ground beef, 96% lean or 97% lean, 3% fat, which is 0 points on Weight Watchers. What I'm realizing on this weight loss and wellness and health journey, menopause journey, is that I need to incorporate everything that works for me. And that entails really paying attention to what you're eating, what exercises you're doing, what is benefiting your body, and the changes that you want to make the most. And weightlifting definitely is that girl, okay? She's helping me do a whole body recomp, but cardio has helped me lean out. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, then you have seen the changes in my body, how lean I've become. And that's because I really started focusing on cardio. And then I also started focusing on just eating foods that really work for my body. While I love to eat, I love to indulge, but I am on a journey to become so healthy before I reach 50, mind, body, and spirit wise. Sometimes that means doing the basics, doing the minimal. Now, we all know that I love to do the most, okay? When people say, girl, you're doing too much, no, baby, you ain't doing enough, okay? That is my mantra. However, simplicity when it comes to what I eat on a regular basis is key. And then I also started incorporating a few new supplements. The main one is my creatine. So let me show you guys. So this is the creatine that I've added. I did get it from Amazon. It had 5 stars. I will say that this has really been a game changer for me. I've been taking it now almost a month. I'm almost out of it. I take it on the days that I work out, even though it says I can take it every day, even if I'm not working out, and I can take it more than once a day. I've only been taking it once a day, and mainly when I work out. But I've seen some muscle growth. I've seen my performance in the gym. I'm lifting way heavier and just overall way more energy, which I think is would be also great if you are not working out. I mean, if you just want to add a little bit more energy to your day, I mean, I don't see how this could hurt. And you know, one of the things that really had me crashing out on menopause was the energy and the weight gain. But I will say that this has definitely been a game changer for me. This is now a staple in my supplement routine. So, and then the other supplement that I added was just some B vitamins, vitamin B6 and vitamin B12, mainly for brain fog and cognitive health. Because honey, listen, I was forgetting, if my head wasn't attached, I probably would have left that at home too. So these have helped with memory, just not having as much brain fog. And I will probably say a combination of these 3 things together has really helped me feel better. I truly believe, and don't take this the wrong way, okay, that girls who track have a smaller back. And that's just what it is. Now, you do not have to be on Weight Watchers, okay? Let's be 100% clear. But you do need to be mindful of what you put in your mouth, okay? You need to write that down. I remember a long time ago, even when I was on keto, it was a really good idea to keep a food diary, okay? Wasn't necessarily tracking calories or tracking macros, but it was also, it was mainly for the foods that I was eating, the mood that I was in when I ate the food, okay? Because, you know, as women, or most women, can be emotional eaters, even when it's, you know, happy, sad, or indifferent. We find a way to celebrate or just overindulge. So if you are having a moment where you are feeling down and you realize you ate a whole bag of Doritos, you might want to journal and write that down so that you can kind of pinpoint where you need the help most and not overeating or overindulging. But I have done keto, I've done Weight Watchers before a long time ago. I'm back on Weight Watchers and I love Weight Watchers. Yes, I do track. And I know it could be, you know, maybe daunting for someone, but you have to pick your struggle, okay? You gotta stop straddling the fence and figure out what you need to do in order to reach the goal that you want, the goals that you want. You know, you can't just sit around on a sofa and whine and cry about it and say, I need to lose 10 pounds, but you're not doing anything to lose those 10 pounds. And again, you're not going to lose it overnight. You have to be patient. You have to give yourself grace. Listen, most weekends, I'm living my best life when it comes to food and, you know, a little bit of adult libations. But I also know when I need to pull back and say, you know what, you don't need that. You don't need that, Sheena. And I will say, taking my supplements and eating breakfast has been a huge game changer because I'm not as hungry. I've also cut back on alcohol and I've also cut back on caffeine as far as coffee. Those things have truly helped me on my perimenopause and menopause journey. So yeah, I hope this video helps. My meals are very simple. I'm no Martha Stewart, y'all. I'm not the greatest cook, okay? Cooking is not my strength, okay? And I'm not ashamed of that, okay? But what I will tell you my strength is that I don't give up. I know what I need to do. I'm willing to learn. I have not cooked this much before in years. Now, when I was married, I used to cook. I had, and when I had smaller kids, I'm divorced, but I got a little man or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But we don't live together. It's just me. My kids are grown. I don't have to cook. I could easily eat out and, do all the things, but I know eating out is not going to help me reach my goals. So I make it a point to cook my meals. I don't even think about going to Chick-fil-A anymore. Like when I'm done with my work or done with whatever I'm doing for that day, my thought goes straight to H-E-B. And if you are new here, or if you know, my bestie will tell you, okay? I couldn't stand the grocery store. Now, I've always been a fan of H-E-B, but the grocery store was not my zhuzh. Y'all, I absolutely love going to the grocery store now. I love investing in my body. I absolutely love it. I love it. My meals are simple, as you could see, okay? The most complicated thing that I've been making lately are those damn protein pancakes, okay? And I keep burning the blueberries every single time. But I have so much fun. And I know the more that I focus on feeding my body the healthy foods that it needs so that I can see the changes and the gains, the more fun that I actually have, okay? I don't like doing all these dang on dishes, but listen, that is just, you got to pay the cost to be the boss, baby. So yeah, guys, that's just how menopause is going. I absolutely love working out. Some days I have to push myself harder Or, some days it's just like, I don't want to go. But I will tell you, I get up and I go because I made the commitment to myself, and I refuse to let Sheena down. I refuse to let me down, okay? I am my number one person. I know this is not one of my regular, vlogs, so we're not going to go into filling up the cup, but y'all know I keep my cup full, okay? The overflow is for everyone else. And that means not giving up on myself and keeping the promises that I made to myself. I promised myself I'm going to work out at minimum 4 days a week, unless for whatever reason I can't go. But I always make sure that I can squeeze in. Oh, and I don't even squeeze in. My workout time is it's my time. It's my time to invest in myself, invest in my well-being, my mental health, because I feel so good when I work out. So make the commitment to yourself, guys, okay? And for us seasoned women, menopause, perimenopause, it ain't going nowhere. It's coming. It's coming. If you like me, then it's already here, okay? It's already here. So you have to make the necessary adjustments to live your best life, girl. Okay? All right. So I would like to thank Midi Health for sponsoring today's video. And if you are new here and you like my content, I hope you will consider subscribing. If you're an oldie but a goodie girl, I love you. Thank y'all so much for your love and support. It does not go unnoticed. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Share with a good sis, okay? Make sure your post notifications are on for future uploads. Leave me a comment. Do all the things other YouTubers tell you to do, and I'll see you girls in the next one. Bye.